In a land where spirits still walked among men, a single whisper from the river could change a destiny. Beneath the red sun of the western sky, the village of Abo lay wrapped in silence. Every dawn, the mist rose from the river Omiala, a sacred place said to hold the memories of those long gone. They called it the River Oracle, for its waters could reveal the unseen if your heart was pure enough to listen. But no one had heard its whispers for generations until a young orphan named Adana wandered too close to its shimmering edge. Adana had grown with pain as her only companion. She was born during a storm that drowned half the village's crops, and the people whispered she carried the river's curse. But Adana never believed them. To her, the river was not evil, it was calling. Each night she would dream of glowing ripples, forming faces, voices humming her name. Adana, the time is near. When dawn came, she would wake with wet footprints by her mat, yet she had not left her hut. The elders had warned all to stay away from Omiala after dusk. They said it devoured those who sought to uncover the unseen. But Adana's dreams grew stronger, like the river was breathing through her soul. On the seventh night, unable to resist, she followed the moon's reflection through the forest. The air was heavy with whispers, voices neither human nor spirit. And then she saw it. A woman's figure rising from the water, her eyes glowing like fireflies. The woman spoke without words. Her voice moved like waves through Adana's mind. She showed her visions, burning huts, crying children, fields turning to ash. And then, a face. The face of the village chief, holding a golden mask stained with blood. The river's whisper became thunder in her heart. The one they trust most will destroy them all. Adana fell to her knees, trembling as the vision faded. When she opened her eyes, the river was still, silent as death. She had seen the truth, but truth, she would learn, can be a curse. Adana returned to the village pale as ash. Her eyes carried storms. She tried to warn them, but who would believe the cursed child? The chief smiled kindly and promised to protect her. That night, Adana was locked inside a wooden hut, guarded by fear and ignorance. As the drums of celebration echoed outside, she wept, knowing that the darkness she saw was already rising. The river's prophecy had begun. On the night of the harvest feast, the river turned crimson. The villagers awoke to screams, homes burning, the chief's warriors looting their own people. It was not invaders, it was betrayal. The same man who wore the golden mask now led the raid, seeking to please dark forces beneath the river. And in that chaos, Adana's chains snapped. She ran, not from fear, but toward the river that had chosen her. At the edge of the river, she fell, breathless, broken. She cried to the waters, "If I am your child, show me why you called!" The river rose. From its depths, thousands of faces appeared. Ancestors, mothers, and lost souls. Their voices merged into one thunderous whisper. The seer is born again. The water enveloped her body, and when it cleared, she was gone. Only her pendant floated, glowing soft. At dawn, silence. The fires had died, the warriors gone. The chief, alone by the river, stared into his reflection and saw Adana's face instead of his own. The river roared, pulling him under. They say his screams still echo beneath Omiala's surface, a warning to all who betray the innocent. Years passed, and every full moon, villagers still hear a voice singing by the river, soft, sorrowful, and beautiful. They say it is Adana, now the guardian of Omiala, whispering warnings to those who listen with pure hearts. For the river never forgets, and its whispers are never lies.